Welcome to Boston. Springtime, a lot of fun outside Alumni Stadium and inside as well. A family affair as we get set for the Bill O'Brien era to kick off at Boston College for today's annual Jay McGillis Memorial Maroon and Gold game. Transfer students this year, including Jaden McGowan, who came from Vanderbilt, and he's awaiting this kick. And we are underway from Chestnut Hill from the 3-yard line. A look at McGowan's speed. He is a sprinter, and he gets out to the 25-yard line.
They've been working on this offseason. How can they get him and this offense rolling through the air, not just on the ground?
Little pistol for a look and a shot to the perimeter. Jerron Bradley that time couldn't catch it, covered by Max Tucker. And Bradley,
220 pounds. You mentioned transferring in from Texas Tech, but everyone has talked about his ability to go up and get the ball down the field.
And this is what BC is going to really look to do this year. Incomplete to McGowan is to work that ball downfield more.
This is going to be, the scoreboard is not going to be as important as kind of watching what we're going to see from these different offenses and defenses, as there is a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator in maroon and gold.
Let's see the legs of Tommy Castellanos, but that time walled in. So nice job by the defense. The other thing we'll see too is they're going to start the play.
But yeah, right there, 3 and out, they're going to do this like a drive, right? So if there's 3 plays, 3 and out, the defense is going to go. They're going to get the ball back.
And that kick spun the wrong way on the punter, Candiotti, Sam Candiotti. But we will see some more action just underway. First look at the 2024 Boston College Eagles football team. Nice crowd assembling inside Alumni Stadium, and you just saw another point tick for the defense. The ones are still out there. That's another 3rd down stop for this defense, and I know that Bill O'Brien was talking about his defensive line was really playing well of late.
Yeah, you've seen Donovan Ezraku get in there for a couple pressures on Castellanos so far today, and you'll notice that they're going to keep going when we take breaks. So yes. You did not miss anything or have a mental lapse. There was actually plays going on while you were busy grabbing snacks, but we are going to continue to update you.
And no snacks for us.
No snacks for us. There's Ezraku, and just his ability to get to the quarterback being a paramount this year, and playing off that and bring him in various positions so he doesn't just line up in the same spot every time.
Looks like we have a grounding call likely, or do we have a hold potentially? There is a fully officiated game. It is a hold against the offense. Tommy Castellanos and the ones are still
by so many people that O'Brien respected, that he was a huge get for this BC team.
First down and 20 after the penalty. Castellanos from the pocket over the middle. Another new name, Kamari Morala, is a tight end coming from North Carolina with the reception.
Trayshawn Ward at running back, and then Grayson James at quarterback is some skill players that have been brought in this offseason to not only provide depth but have some explosion on the offensive side. You want to see the timing, right? You want to see his back foot plant on his drop and to be able to get the ball out quickly, because that shows us that he's been able to read the play, right? He's getting the defense in his brain. He's able to conceptualize what they're doing and have the full concept of his own package as well. That one delivered
the fall mark as the backup quarterback for Castellanos. And off to Jordan McDonald. We're seeing a lot of the guys out of the portal and to Boston College.
Castellanos, where it's all the speed, but he has a really good arm. Coaches have liked what he's been able to do in terms of picking up the game plan. So he's going to be, as of right now at least, a solid backup for Castellanos in case anything does happen.
Hey, we're going to
today. He's sitting out for this game, but they kind of have this thunder and lightning type backfield, with McDonald and Robichaux being thunder and Trayshawn Ward being lightning.
James, good protection in front of him, passing for 5 yards. And a pass over the middle, complete to Matt Reagan. Or was that Luke McLaughlin? Luke McLaughlin he's been getting a lot more time of late in practices. James shows a lot of poise in the pocket as he finds Reagan that time for 5 yards.
He does a good job.
And you mentioned, Mark, 2 new coordinators. James taking a deep shot, and it's broken up downfield. Ohio State. 3rd down and 5. Here comes the rush, and they'll blow the whistle. Nice job by Quintavious Hutchins that time to get out after the quarterback. And it is winding left and no good. So no points for the offense. Complimentary streaming platform, which is accessible through the ESPN app on your smartphone, tablet, connected streaming device like your TV, or by going to ESPN.
They both talked about the defensive line probably has improved more than any other position group over this spring. And you bring back Ezra-Raku. You got Neto.
It's been amazing. Them guys are polishing me and getting me ready for the next level. He's coached some of the best quarterbacks that can play the game. He's really smart. The offensive staff that we have is really smart. So right now, and then ever since he's got here, it's been so good. And he's just been coaching me up and polishing me and just getting me ready.
You have a new offensive coordinator in Will Lawing. So how has this offense been looking this spring, and what are some of the changes?
That, and as you said, we saw the clinics going on beforehand as Thomas Castellanos is back in, and a near interception that time. Yeah, Max there. Castellanos sprinting out to the right. Going to use those legs and angle himself out at about the 42-yard line, an 8-yard. That's right. See what Castellanos does here. He's going to hand it off to Treshaun Ward. You know, we talked about over 1,100 yards, but that's only like from the line of scrimmage.
A way better arm than we had thought originally. He got that opportunity in game one. He did that, and I was like, man, I don't think he can go backwards. You got to stick with him, and he has showed that electricity every time he's been on the
running time. Jaden McGowan will await this punt, end over end. And that one checks up nicely. I think Sam Candiotti will take that on opening day at Florida State.
All too, but let's take, focus a little on different position groups, and
I like it.
The linebackers specifically, and Vinny DePalma is a staple that was here for on this defense. He's very well built, physical specimen, gets downhill very well, and really, as he's making a tackle right there, he's done a really good job of keeping this team together. Anytime you have a new defensive coordinator, you got 10 games mostly on special teams, but looking forward to him bringing a spark too, especially in the pass rush game.
Well, that front seven has played well here early, and unfortunately for Thomas Castellanos, the passes that have been on time have been tough catches, some non-catches. Deron Bradley.
We'll see over that massive offensive line, right? He's 5'10", doesn't have that height of maybe a pocket passing quarterback, but they do want him to sit in the pocket and find those passing lanes. So it's going to be Joe's expected to be the lead back, not playing today with an injury. Alex Broom also was injured today, so that's an opportunity for a guy like Datrell Jones, who gets another call here, getting to the 30-yard line. And Owen McGowan, one of those linebackers. Day Jones going to be a good compliment, especially receiving out of the backfield.
The 3 rushes for 17 yards. Slant Bradley complete out across the 25-yard line. I keep stealing you away from defense and swinging you over to offense, but
from this Tim Lewis defense, kind of more of that NFL type defense where Jeff Hafley was very big on man-to-man. A lot of his coverages, especially first and second down, were man coverages. You'll see a little bit today with Tim Bowman, who was a legendary defensive lineman here, and he goes, "Ooh, who's that number 93? He's got some movement to him." And when you have depth at the big
tight ends on the edge of that line, you're going to see a lot of that type of setup, and they've run away from the power side of the line. They've run to the right. It's 3 times in a row this time. So working all the different line combinations and using the bigger body tight ends this year.
Yeah, in the slot provides mismatches.
Waiting on our first touchdown of the spring game. Castellanos, and going up to get it, but incomplete, was Datrell Day Jones, broken up by Davion Crouch. Got just enough of a rake on the ball when he landed. Jones couldn't hang on to it. Here we go. Castellanos over the middle. Morales, the tight end, has it. Spinning, can't get to the markers, so it'll be 4th down at the 6-yard line. Came up
motioning in. This could be a time where you throw it up to him at the corner of the end zone.
Here we go on 4th down. Castellanos throws, broken up in the end zone. Tried to get it to Jaden Skeet that time, and Jalen Williams came up with the breakup.
Strength and conditioning coach, and maybe some of the things he's been implementing. I've heard some other players talk about these sprints maybe at the end of practice. So how
Cam Arnold and Ezra-Raku, he's captain last year. He's a guy that
alone Labor Day, Monday night, ABC game, so big spotlight to start the Bill O'Brien era at Florida State. And in fact, let's take a look at
It was Matt Ryan, Brian Hoyer, and Matt Ryan got the best of it.
two guys who have been here at practice. And another pass nearly completed to Reed Harris, a 360 try. We've seen a lot of Reed Harris with the number 2s, a lot of acrobatic. This will be Luca Lombardo, who, by the way, I was at practice Thursday. He hit from 52 yards right at the end. He's the 3rd string kicker. That one's got the distance, and it is good. How about Luca Lombardo knocking it home from 50?
Well, that's a good way to not become 3rd string. Make it some 50.
And I'm doing alumni relations, already got Matt back here, Gosler back here, John Johnson, Ike, like I'm getting everybody here. And I am, yes, recruiting. It's beneficial, and then end up playing 12 years in the NFL. So just letting guys know, the current players, most importantly, like the value of coming here and being at BC. It's really, really cool. So that's what I try to bring. Literally on staff, we had to get to know each other for the first couple of weeks. And so he really selected to have the best staff possible. And he's super genuine in trying to build BC and be here. Like, this is Boston College. It's not a stepping stone for him, which is.
And I was like, you know what? I want to do my eye black, kind of like the Joker. And so there, I did around my eyes, and then turned into the whole mask, and it became kind of my signature here at Boston College. And
Right there with you. I loved what Will had to say, too, about Coach O'Brien. His wife is a Boston College grad, and you pointed out at the top of the show, Coach O'Brien.
for a long time, Maryland at Penn State, and brought him back here now as offensive coordinator. We mentioned Tim Lewis. Kind of did not have a relationship with Tim Lewis beforehand, but came very high recommended. And
get some water.
And Craig Fitzgerald. I think right now, like I've been trying to be pretty impartial, but like I want to see some offense. I mean,
the linebacker says that.
like
there you go.
I love, good QB scramble, but that's a broken play, man.
Castellanos and the ones on the field. Throws it to Day Jones. Breaks a tackle. Almost broke another tackle. Crouch knocked
To see in normal practice, you got situational plays, 3rd down, got to have it. Little miscommunication there between Bradley and Castellanos.
3rd and 10.
Football.
So now we're getting situational, and they're moving quicker. So the 2s are in. Grayson James, I thought he had a pretty good run in his 2 or 3 times that he was on the field in the first half. Off the back foot, and a nice completion out on the far side. That's Luke McLaughlin.
3rd and 8.
Yep.
Florida International. So this will be a 3rd. I thought I heard 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 is the situational play. Another open receiver, and that's Ismail Zamor that time coming up with the reception.
Good job, O.
Yeah, the friends call him Ish.
For 2 right here with the
Ish on a good dig ball, and that's what we're seeing here from Grayson James. Another good delivery.
And it is complete to Reed Harris, who had the only touchdown reception of the afternoon. Really clicked. We're not seeing Lewis today because of injury, but Grayson James likes number 10, and he finds him again over the middle. About the 4th option on that play. Another 3rd down conversion on the. And a lot of connections to Boston College, and was in the much improved category. Flag out. We haven't seen that much here today, so they'll blow the play dead.
That's Scott Mutrin. He does radio for BC, and got that nice shiny dome as well.
I like his barber. Reevy, incomplete.
3rd and 6.
Last year, as we look forward to 2024, let's look.
It just kind of fell off as guys started getting tired, and they had to get to some of their depth players, and weren't able to produce as well. Interception here.
We got our first interception on a tip ball, and Reevy is down also, more importantly.
Yeah.
Reevy is down.
Bryce Brown, another guy who transferred in from Georgia State. Tips and overthrows.
We got a 20-yard line drive start.
Ones on ones.
Castellanos is in. They'll give it to Day. And Jones takes the hit and gets to the 8-yard line for 7.
There we go. There's some Wayne Alec at that left guard. Then you got Ozzie Trapillo, right tackle. And the right guard, they're going to kind of see who fills in there, right? Jack Conley's there right now. Kevin Klein could be another guy in there. It is a massive offensive line when you look at it. 6'8", 6'5", 6'7", everybody over 315 pounds.
Look at the left side of the line. That's where all the beef is, and Day-Day Jones that time is stopped for no gain. You saw we were showing one of the great moments in Boston College history, and there we'll see the legs of Castellanos. Nice jump cut inside, and they'll blow it dead inside the 5-yard line. Down and goal as we continue to work inside the 5-yard line. Little play fake. Castellanos throws, and it is caught. Touchdown, tight end Jeremiah Franklin on the first TD throw by Castellanos here in the BC spring game.
Yeah, and Castellanos get him outside of the pocket. A little misdirection, and it's a good ball. It's a really good, well-thrown ball out in front of his big tight end. I think Day-Day Jones, the running back, drifted a little bit deep
with him.
Oh, it's been awesome. He's an incredible player, so special, makes so many plays happen, just, you know, kind of just like out of the ordinary. Like, it's not a design play.
The lineman here at Boston College as well.
First round pick, played with a number of NFL teams.
15, put on the left hash, sir.
He was just absolutely shot up draft boards where I don't think he was even considered really a first round option, maybe towards the top teams. Like, hey, we need to make this choice right because it could set the legacy of our team for the next 10 years.
Well, for a team who took a Hall of Famer at 199, 20 draft picks, could have upwards of 20 off that national championship team. His head coach has gone on to the Los Angeles Chargers, Coach Harbaugh. Well, I guess this is of the year to finish. Little rollout. Looking end zone, everyone's covered. And the play blown dead. Quintavious Hutchins that time.
I've gotten to know Jacoby pretty well over the past year as my wife and I lead the Athletes in Action here at BC. We do some Bible studies with the different players, and Jacoby is a regular attendee of that.
Field goal.
Phenomenal. When he was the defensive coordinator, one of the top defenses in the nation in terms of giving up points.
Luca Lombardo nailed it from 50 right before halftime. 30-yarder there, and that's going to take us to a timeout, too. So whatever that score was last year, I think they're topping it this year. As we continue to pound away from inside the 10, another score. That time, Datrell Jones participated today, and Lewis Bond as well. It was their top receiver. And a little stop by the defense this time, as McDonald is denied by Riz Hala. BC men's hockey team playing for a national championship later on tonight on ESPN2. And a touchdown here at the spring game. Matt Reagan, tight end, coming in, receiving it from Grayson James, who's had himself a very nice spring day.
Wrist flick dart. I've seen this play about 3 times down in the red zone. That's probably a go-to play for them, and good complete
through 3 quarters, right, NBA?
Yeah, for real. It's like the UConn Illinois game.
Denver and Boston College, ESPN2, 6 Eastern. The Frozen 4 will come to its conclusion. All right, so now we're starting inside the own 5-yard line, and from the end zone, an overthrow intended for Jaden McGowan that time.
You know, first and second down, it's like direct run, fullback or running back to the flat, and then shots. Now on 3rd down, they got to get some yardage.
Check down over the middle. McGowan's got it and came up just short out at the 11-yard line.
It's like that in the NFL when you're going coast to coast. Now it's going to be a part of the college football game, and it's going to be a different sort of mindset, right? And I know when I was with the Giants, we would do that.
Second down and 11. Pocket closing, and that's going to be an interception.
Twos backed up. Twos backed up. 2-yard line.
Buck Jones, who got the Jay McGillis honor today.
Yep.
In the middle.
Line. Quarterback in, handoff. Day-Day Jones breaks another tackle. Nice little burst out across the 15-yard line. So with the team,
they try to figure out how can we really do this all coast conference, which is not anymore the Atlantic Coast Conference. It really is all coast conference, going out to the West Coast and And I think that's the biggest thing. At the end of the day, you've got this game of football, which is such an amazing, improved year after year. And so college football is just nothing short of a thrill every single year.
Grayson James, who's had himself a nice spring debut. Another completion. That's Luke McLaughlin that time, coming to the near side.
Scholarship award. So what did it mean to be here today when that award was presented again, and then also to receive it yourself?
Oh, yeah, it's huge. Wearing that 31, it means pushing the ball down the field, lighting it up, giving the fans something to watch. So that's what I'm excited about.
You know, I'm focused on my DBs. Look out for the name. Ryan Turner, my young guy, Ryan Turner over there. I train with him. I work him out. So you see his technique.
Till the end. And then you got to score when when all the points are on the line.
We already had a big play to Jerron Bradley, and another shot at Bradley makes the catch at the 20-yard line.
You know what's funny, right? Like, I mean, Tommy Touchdown is turning it up right here.
Bradley got a little shirt tug from the back. Carter Davis in coverage. Did not see a flag come out.
T-Rex arms, too. He could have gone up there, try to grab it. Season, you get guys training together, former players, current players.
Ryan Turner, who played at Ohio State the last 2 years, had a nice big hit today. Here's a pass right into the arms of Jaden Skeet. Tommy Touchdowns with the winner.
Yeah, that was a nice ball. It was a really good inside fade route. Working against Jalen Williams. That's what we're talking about. That's what John Johnson's looking to see.
I thought Bill was going to say, all right, I lied to you. Next touchdown wins. But touchdown wins, just more situationals with the twos coming out in these final moments as we wrap up.
For a lot. But Jaden Skeet is a true sophomore. He's out of Hyde Park, Massachusetts, and he's a guy to watch out for, right? You saw him a little bit towards the end of last year, but number 6 is going to have a major role on this offense this year at that wide receiver position. You saw that concentration in
Boston. Teammate of Max Tucker, won a couple of state titles. Nice catch right off the shoulder. Jordan McDonald from his backup quarterback, Grayson James, who's had a nice debut for BC. Another completion. Luke McLaughlin tried to turn that corner, goes out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Out here right now.
And we saw the ones get a touchdown to close things. What about the backups? And they're going to call that a sack. Edwin Kolenge that time got a little bit of a hand on James.
Gets in the pass rush packages at times for this team.
Second down play and good get off that time. A quick whistle blown. Defense pressure. Quintavious Hutchins that time. At Cornell. So Castellanos back in here to close out spring day. Rolls left, out of bounds, looking for Trayshawn Ward out of the backfield. What about right now?
Sounds like a club, right?
Yes, it does.
It's the reopening of the portal.
Weekdays only.
That's what we need to do. We need to, people kind of give up their scholarships and they're looking for a scholarship somewhere else, and sometimes they don't find a spot.
Castellanos, official might have gotten the way that way as Jaden McGowan was open out of the backfield.
Well, missed guys, right? Because they got to be in there with the backers.
Castellanos going to use the legs. They didn't blow the whistle, and he's got an open Skeet for the touchdown. We've crossed 90.
Neto Akpala. Ready, watch Neto, number 4. He's like, got him.
No, I didn't.
You know what? Play through the whistle.
There you go.
That's what we always talk about.
Jaden Skeet with his second touchdown reception. Both coming from Mr. Tommy Touchdowns himself. College. And there will be a standard for Bill O'Brien, and we'll see that in year 1. Over the middle, McDonald that time, or that's Jones. Day Jones that time at the 11-yard line.
Which is for us broadcasters. Yes. They're big, they're square, but that's 6 and 5. They kind of look alike.
I've struggled all day on that one. Incomplete in the right corner of the end zone. That time intended for Luke McLaughlin. McLaughlin with 6 receptions here in the spring game. 6 seconds on the clock. Grayson James at QB over the middle, intercepted, and the defense coming up with 5 points as Riz Hala with the pick.
Now we got conditioning, but these linebackers have been impressive today. Couple interceptions, You've had Bam Crouch get in the backfield for TFL. We saw Cam Arnold on some run stops, and Riz Hala getting the pick, and there, Grayson James, got to go higher.
The offense comes up with the win in the spring game, 96-62 over the defense, and maybe some more offense in the UFL as well. The United Football League games continue all weekend long. All the action comes your way starting tonight.